When the power goes out, one of the first things that can turn into a major threat is access to clean drinking water. Most people don't realize that water systems, especially in urban and suburban areas, often rely on electricity to pump, purify, and deliver water to your tap. Once that power is gone, pressure drops, treatment facilities shut down, and what comes out of your faucet, if anything, may no longer be safe to drink in a matter of hours. What was once unlimited becomes critically scarce. The first survival rule is to secure clean water immediately. If water is still running when the power goes out, fill up every available container: bathtubs, pots, bottles, sinks, even Ziploc bags. Prioritize water for drinking and cooking first, not for cleaning or flushing. A single person needs about 1 gallon of water per day for basic survival. If you're caring for a family, those numbers multiply fast. Once your containers are filled, you need to think about purification. Power outages can compromise water quality. If you suspect contamination, or if you're collecting water from rain, rivers, or unknown sources, purify it before drinking. Boiling is the most reliable method, but if you can't build a fire or use a gas stove, use water purification tablets, iodine, or a high-quality portable filter. Even simple techniques like homemade charcoal filters followed by boiling can make a huge difference. Don't forget about water hidden in your home. Toilet tanks, not the bowl, water heaters, and even canned foods can provide emergency hydration. Be cautious with untreated outdoor sources. Just because it looks clean doesn't mean it is. In a blackout, people often worry first about food or power, but without clean water, you're in danger within 48 to 72 hours. Water isn't just a convenience, it's your first survival line. Secure it before anything else. When the power goes out, one of the fastest resources to deteriorate is food. Without refrigeration, everything inside your fridge and freezer begins to warm up, creating the perfect environment for bacteria to grow. In just a few hours, meat, dairy, and leftovers can become unsafe to eat. Many people unknowingly consume spoiled food during blackouts, leading to food poisoning, something you definitely don't want when help might not be available. The first thing you should do is keep your fridge and freezer doors closed as much as possible. A closed fridge can keep food cold for about 4 hours, while a full freezer can maintain safe temperatures for 24 to 48 hours if left unopened. Group food items together in the freezer to keep them cold longer and wrap the unit in blankets without blocking the vent to insulate it. Prioritize consuming perishables first. Eat fresh vegetables, fruits, and any cooked meals before they spoil. Then move on to freezer items that are thawing. Cook them thoroughly, even if they still feel a bit cold. High heat can kill bacteria. If you have canned foods, dry goods, or vacuum-sealed meals, save those for later since they have a much longer shelf life. If you anticipate long-term outages, shift to non-perishable survival foods like canned beans, rice, oats, dried fruits, jerky, and protein bars. Don't forget a manual can opener. It's useless having canned goods you can't open. Also, consider how you'll cook. Use a propane stove, camping grill, or small fire pit, but never indoors unless it's safe and ventilated. Food is not just energy, it's morale. Having a plan for how to ration and rotate your food will prevent waste, illness, and panic. In a power outage, eating smart is just as important as eating enough. Store wisely, eat in the right order, and stretch your supplies carefully. When the power goes out in cold weather, staying warm becomes a survival priority. Without electric heat, space heaters, or central systems, indoor temperatures can drop rapidly, especially at night. Hypothermia doesn't only happen in the wilderness. It can set in inside your own home if temperatures fall below 60 F and you're not properly dressed or prepared. Children, the elderly, and people with health conditions are at greater risk. The key is to trap body heat and reduce exposure. Start by dressing in layers: thermal underwear, wool sweaters, insulated jackets, hats, gloves, and thick socks. Avoid cotton as it traps moisture, which makes you colder. Focus on insulating your core and extremities, even indoors. Wear a hat and gloves, because a large percentage of body heat is lost through your head and hands. Next, designate one room in the house as your warm zone. Choose a small room with few windows and use blankets, towels, or plastic to cover doorways and windows. The goal is to trap any available heat in that one space. If you have a safe alternative heat source such as a wood stove, fireplace, or propane heater rated for indoor use it cautiously and always with proper ventilation. To avoid carbon monoxide poisoning, never use outdoor grills, generators, or gas stoves inside your home for heat. These can quickly lead to carbon monoxide buildup, which is odorless, invisible, and deadly. Instead, use hand warmers, hot water bottles if you can heat water, or body heat. Huddle with others under blankets or sleeping bags. Cold kills slowly and silently. You might not notice the signs shivering, numbness, confusion until it's too late. Prepare in advance with extra blankets, emergency sleeping bags, and layered clothing. In a blackout, staying warm isn't just comfort, it's survival. Think ahead and act fast to keep the cold from becoming fatal when the lights go out. Many people instinctively reach for candles to light their space, but this common reaction can be a major fire hazard. Open flames in the home during a blackout are one of the leading causes of accidental house fires. During emergencies, it's dark, visibility is low, and people are moving around unfamiliar spaces. A single candle knocked over by a pet, child, or gust of wind can burn down a room in minutes. In a power outage, safe lighting isn't optional, it's critical. Battery-powered lights should be your first go-to. LED flashlights, headlamps, and lanterns are bright, safe, and long-lasting. Keep spare batteries in a waterproof container and rotate them every few months to ensure they work when you need them. Rechargeable solar lights are also excellent options, especially if you live in areas prone to outages. Set them outside during the day and use them at night. No fuel, no fire, just clean, safe light. Hand crank flashlights are another great option. They don't rely on batteries or the grid, and while they're not as bright as LEDs, they work well for short-term use. Glow sticks can also be helpful for ambient lighting, especially in hallways or bathrooms. If candles are your only option, use them with extreme caution. Place them in sturdy holders away from anything flammable and never leave them unattended. Even for a moment, avoid moving with lit candles in your hand. Instead, use them in one safe, visible area and extinguish them before sleeping. Light isn't just about seeing, it's about safety, comfort, and keeping your environment under control. Plan ahead by stocking safe light sources and keeping them accessible. In a blackout, a single good light can mean the difference between calm and chaos, safety and danger. Don't wait until the dark to think about it. In a prolonged power outage, staying connected to the outside world becomes difficult, but staying informed can be the difference between making smart decisions and walking blindly into danger. Without power, your phone, laptop, and communication devices become dead weight unless you've prepared. The key is conserving battery life, having backup power options, and knowing how to access emergency updates without relying on Wi-Fi or mobile networks that may go down during a crisis. Start by using your phone only when necessary. Turn on battery-saving modes. Reduce screen brightness and close background apps. Airplane mode can dramatically extend battery life. If you're not expecting a call, texting uses far less power than phone calls, so communicate that way if possible. Next, always have a few portable power banks charged and ready. Keep them in your emergency kit and recharge them every couple of months. Even better, invest in solar-powered chargers. They may not be fast, but they can keep your phone and flashlight charged during multi-day blackouts. Hand crank chargers are another option, offering limited but crucial emergency power when other options are unavailable. Communication also means staying updated. A battery-powered or hand-crank emergency radio can provide news, weather alerts, and government broadcasts. These radios often pick up AM, FM, or NOAA frequencies, which remain active during regional blackouts. Knowing when a storm is coming, if looting is happening nearby, or when power might be restored can help you make clear-headed, safe choices. Don't rely on internet or social media alone in a true emergency. Cell towers may be down or overloaded. Write down important phone numbers, addresses, or instructions beforehand, because when your digital tools die, so does your access to everything stored in them. Staying charged means staying aware, and staying aware means staying alive in the dark. Information is power. During a major power outage, fear and uncertainty can spread faster than the darkness itself. When people are left without answers, without comfort, and without control, panic begins to set in. That panic can lead to bad decisions, unsafe actions, and even confrontations. Staying calm and composed is not just about mindset, it's a core survival skill, especially in urban or densely populated areas. Power outages that stretch beyond a few hours can lead to civil unrest, looting, or desperation-driven behavior. One of the most important rules in this kind of survival scenario is to stay put and avoid unnecessary movement. Unless there's a medical emergency or your home is unsafe, it's best to remain where you are. Moving through dark streets or highways can expose you to unpredictable threats, both natural and human. If you must travel, do so during daylight. And with a plan, security becomes another concern during prolonged blackouts. Lock your doors, windows, and vehicles. Avoid drawing attention to yourself by keeping lights dimmed and noise low. If your neighbors are trustworthy, forming a small support group can be helpful for sharing resources and keeping watch. But avoid large crowds or panic-driven gatherings. Mentally, keep your focus on small, manageable tasks. Cook a meal, organize your supplies, or write a list of things to do tomorrow. Avoid getting lost in what-ifs or fear-driven thinking. The more structure you give your day, the more control you maintain over the situation. Finally, protect your mental state by staying busy and hopeful. Blackouts often end without warning, and those who stayed grounded usually fare the best. In a world gone dark, the calmest head shines brightest. Panic never solves problems, but preparation, awareness, and steady thinking always will. Stay alert, stay safe, and always stay ahead of fear.